Firstly, festive greetings to you and your entire team. But help us understand what's the real excitement on ground across your dealerships. How is the momentum looking like?
Overall, consumer sentiments have been really upbeat this time. And normally, all the festival season, it brings a lot of cheer to the automotive industry. But this time around, the GST reset has taken it to another level. And the way the bookings and the enquiries and the retail is happening, it is much ahead of what we expected earlier. While we are seeing growth in all the segments and all the brands that we cater to across all the geographies, the point that I mentioned about the GST reset, I would like to elaborate on it. Good chunk of, while we are operational in 6 states across all the brands that we cater to, a good chunk of our business comes from Kerala, which is our home state from where we started. There, the festive season started much earlier, towards the middle of August, which is the Onam season. And generally, that Onam season is a peak month for us in Kerala, and it ends by about, let's say, mid of September. So historically, October has been a lean month. But this time around, the way the bookings are going, I'm saying, while nationally for a Maruti or for the entire passenger car industry, while the enquiries and the bookings in retail are growing in the range of 30 to 50%, depending upon the brand and the OEM. For us in Kerala, what we are seeing is it is almost doubling booking. And that's largely because of the last year October being lean, which was the post-Onam lull. So GST has really contributed to this entire thing, while all of the markets are also growing. So we are quite hopeful that this will continue. There has been quite a bit of pent-up, but still, the way the bookings are happening even yesterday, it looks like it will have a good flow through into November also. In terms of retail, and December by and large is a good month with the year-end offers. So looks like we're going to have a great Q3.
But Mr. Narayan, help us understand that what sort of a sentiment that are you picking up in terms of the preferences? Are people gravitating more towards the smaller cars, or it's the SUV which is once again seeing a renewed excitement, or it's the EVs? Any ranking in terms of the growth that you can help us with?
Across the segment, everywhere there is a growth, but in our luxury brand, JLR, we have not seen that kind of an uptake on a relative comparison to the rest of the brands that we cater to. And the biggest growth we have seen is on the Maruti side, which anyway is a market leader, and there's no competition for them in the small car market. And small cars, entry-level segment has been degrowing for the last, say, 3 to 4 years or so. So that is actually filling the growth. SUVs are growing. Small sedans are also growing, but on a relative comparison, it is largely the growth is led by the Espressos, Celerios, Wagonars, etc., which is growing almost at a double rate than the SUV but we are also seeing a good traction on the premium hatch also. Balloon is also growing good. In terms of EV, we deal in EV Ather two-wheeler. There, the GST has not made much of an impact, but during our season, we've seen good traction there also.
Well, Mr. Narayan, every festive people just wait out for the discounts, right? But this time around, it's the government that has come out with a bonanza, and people are indeed excited about it. But since you are a dealer, help us understand what sort of a discounts are really there on ground, which are the highest in the category, and being a dealer, are you extending any one of those? Any comments on that?
You're right. Generally, during these seasons, there's a discount which is sponsored by the OEMs, and the dealers also participate by putting in some bit of a discount. So, as far as the OEMs are concerned, right from the beginning of the season, the average discounts range from about, say, 6 to 7% of the cost to all the way till about 15-16%. And the highest discounts are seen. I'm talking about the OEM discounts. Highest discounts are seen again in the entry level and the smaller car segments, while on the SUVs it's much lower, 6-7% types. That's what the OEMs have offered for this one, and there's been a price cut also. Even before this offers were launched, post around 22nd of September onwards, most OEMs have come with a price cut, and Maruti has ensured that the price of the entry segment has become really, really affordable. For example, a Celerio and all, they've cut price by about almost 1,30,000 rupees or so on the entry level. Having said that, the dealers also do participate, but the extent of the discount that the dealers generally give is also a function of the inventory carrying. With higher demand happening and with the inventory levels coming down, we expect that the discounts put in by the dealers should come in a lot more lower than what it has been and should bring in a lot more sanity to the market.
So we do know that the excitement is real on ground, but the bigger question is that what beyond the festive? If you can help us understand what's your thinking on these fronts, how do you see the current demand trend sustaining after this festive season is over, both in terms of demand and in terms of deliveries?
So I think the initial surge was some bit of pent up, but the way I feel it is that, like I said earlier, there is a huge amount of booking happening even now, and with the finance and everything coming through, some of these retail will flow into November, and I also mentioned about December. So Q3 looks good. Historically, some OEMs generally we have seen the trend that they will increase the price of the vehicle from Jan onwards, which is the next year. If that happens, or if there is a reduction in the offers, how it will pan out is we'll have to wait and watch. However, of course, the GST not just impacted in the price reduction of automotive cars. It has kind of impacted across the board all types of consumer spend. So with the consumer spends increasing, the overall economic activity obviously will go slightly upwards. I think the monsoons has been really good this time, and the repo rates coming down, and also the income tax revisions which happened earlier this year. Customers will start seeing the benefit of it for the next year. All that added together, there will still be a continued momentum, entering into next year also. Probably it may come down a little bit compared to what it is now, but it will definitely be much higher than what it was in the earlier period.
All right, now let's talk about the two-wheeler space, because you do have a presence over there as well. Help us understand what sort of a sales growth that you are picking up, and how excited people are when it comes to the EV portfolio.
So, on the two-wheeler space, we deal only with Ather as of now, and predominantly the markets that we serve has been Kerala and southern Tamil Nadu. We have just entered this month into entering over the next week into Chennai, Bangalore, and Maharashtra. So our season, as you rightly said, nothing much has impacted these. There has been no GST impact on the two-wheeler segment, on the EV segment. So we are not seeing that traction. While we did have a good jump in terms of the August month and the earlier September because of the Onam impact, as of now, we are not seeing that kind of a big growth on the Ather side. But I was just checking the Vahan registrations in Kerala 2 days back. As of 15th of October, this year the registration is about 30,000 already as of 15th, while in the last year October, it was 45,000 for the full month of October, for all the 31 days. So looks like it's going to be a good month for the overall two-wheeler industry too.
All right, and lastly, how do you define this festive season for popular vehicles? Will it be better demand visibility, stronger customer confidence, or a more disciplined market overall? How do you sense it?
We are quite excited. Whatever we have seen since the third week of September onwards and what is continuing now looks quite good for us, and we are quite positive of it. And the timing could not have been perfect. I'm sure you would have heard about it. We have been expanding into quite a few markets across most of our OEMs through this quarter and into the early next quarter. Like I said, Ather, we have just got into 3 more states, which I mentioned earlier. Even our JLR business, which is there in Karnataka, we are entering into Maharashtra by the end of this Q3. Maruti, which has been our flagship brand, which we've been associated with Maruti since 1984 onwards from Kerala, and from 2002 onwards in Chennai. We just entered Bangalore earlier this year, and 15th of October, just 2 days back, we kickstarted our operations in Hyderabad. Similarly, on the BharatBenz portfolio from Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, we just entered Punjab last month. So all put together, I think we are very, very excited because all these inorganic expansion happening will also add on to our overall kitty. So we are quite bullish about not just Q3, overall H2. And I'm sure we will have a great H2 to close the year with.